Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here tonight. Here at the FILCOM Center, where the X1 World Events presents X156. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're ready to see some high-flying fights, let me hear you make some noise!
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I would kindly ask that everyone please be very quiet.
Ew. Ew.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Leapo! Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here once again here at the FILCOM Center, where the X1 World Events presents X156. Right now, at this time, we'd like to thank all of you so much for joining us here tonight. Don't forget to check out on X1 Fight on Facebook at x1worldevents.com. But the X1 World Events is sponsored by the Hawaii National Guard, the Linderman Brothers Incorporated, the GNC, and the Wahoo Party Bus. We'd like to say mahalo and thank you so much to the Dave & Busters, the Cam Security, Capone's Productions, the UFC Gym, and Rap Hawaii. Ladies and gentlemen, if you folks are here tonight, we got a couple booths set up. Make sure you check out the Hawaii National Guard, the Loa Beef Chips, and the Hawaiian Fight Gear, because only the best should be in your corner. We'd like to say thank you so much to our judges here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for judge number 1, Jay and Toki. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for judge number 2, Mike Onzuka. Ladies and gentlemen, and please put your hands together for judge number 3, Kyle Takao. We'd like to say also thank you so much to our men that will be controlling the action in the rings here tonight. Our referees, put your hands together for Mr. Kevin Yoshida. And our referee number 2, put your hands together to Mr. Dane Foruta. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we're going to be starting the very first fight of the evening. Our first bout is going to be a 145-pound amateur MMA bout. Our first fighter has an amateur record of 0-1, fighting for the hybrid house. Ladies and gentlemen, fighting out of the blue corner, Scott Higashi. Our next fighter, fighting in a 145-pound amateur MMA bout. This fighter is making his amateur MMA debut. A freelance fighter fighting out of the Hawaii. Ladies and gentlemen, fighting out of the red corner, Joshua Garcia.
Pack up your entourage.
Ladies and once again, this is our very first bout of the night, 145-pound amateur MMA bout that will consist of three-minute rounds. And the man in charge of the action as soon as the bout begins, referee Garcia. Good luck, gentlemen.
All right, Chris Styles. Here we got Joshua Garcia versus Scott Higashi.
Yes.
Amateur MMA action, 3-minute rounds. Oh, nice leg kick opened up by Higashi there on the inside. Joshua Garcia actually making his way down here from Kauai by way of Denver, Colorado originally.
Nice.
Yeah, he actually came down here without any cornerman. He came down by himself and asked some of the local guys down here to jump in his corner.
Amazing.
This guy's seems like a true warrior coming out, just kind of does his own thing, trains at home. I talked to him, trains in his garage, and looks like he's starting out aggressively here against the experienced striker, Higashi. Higashi, oh, and a low blow here. Definitely not intentional. Higashi can take a full 5 minutes to recover if he chooses to.
What is the best way to recover from a low blow?
You know, Chris, they say, bounce up and down. You got to put those things back where they belong, right? But, yeah, you just got to let it go. Take the time. Take the full 5 minutes if you need to. If not, you can, hop right back in there. And Higashi is a warrior. I've seen him in plenty of kickboxing wars. This guy's a tough guy. He'll be able to shake this off quick and get back in there in just a little bit here. Yeah, like I said, Garcia here came all the way from Kauai just all by himself. No corner or anything, but he's here, he's ready. Nice
Just wanted to action.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice outside leg kick here by Garcia. And he switches a lot from orthodox to southpaw here. Oh, nice overhand right here by Garcia. Higashi in the clinch up against the fence. Oh, he's got the neck here. Looks like he might be jumping to the guillotine. Oh!
Looks pretty tight.
Looks pretty tight. Oh, and he's out in the full guard of Higashi. Let's see if he can get some offense here from on top. Garcia will look to posture up here, look to land some bombs. Keep in mind, everyone that's watching, there are no grounded elbows allowed for the amateur fights, so he'll be looking to posture up high enough to rain down some punches in his position. Higashi will be looking to push him off and stand back up, or maybe he's been working on some submissions off of his back. We'll get to see here. All right, looks like he might look to wall walk here off the fence. There we go. Higashi trying to get that right foot on the hip of Garcia, and Garcia shucks it off there. Garcia has actually spent some time training with Bang Ludwig camp, so he's no stranger to some top training here. Looks like he's looking to pass into half guard here of Higashi, but Higashi doing a good job of not letting him do that thus far. Scott Higashi needs to look to get on a hip here, look to create some distance so he can get back on the feet where he's most comfortable. Higashi, though, no stranger to the ground game. He's coming out of a great camp there at Hybrid House in Kailua. Those guys come prepared every time. But Garcia here landed a little bit of ground and pound. Higashi didn't like that. Looking to hold his posture down here. Definitely doesn't want him posturing up while he's inside of his half guard here. And the 10-second clapper goes off. It's looking like Garcia will end this round at the top position. Strong way to end it.
And that was round number one, ladies and gentlemen. 145-pound amateur MMA bout here. X156 at the PhilCom. As we move on to round two, Joshua Garcia versus Scott Higashi. Round two, of course, brought to you by Oahu Party Bus.
So much for all of our sponsors coming out here tonight. Thank you to the Hawaii National Guard. Thank you to the winner.
Of course, Scott Higashi here with Harris Sarmiento and Kaleo Kwan in his corner. Excellent guys to have in your corner. Lots of knowledge, lots of experience.
Former X1 fighters as well.
Absolutely. Both veterans of the sport. Both have been around. And again, coming out of that hybrid house, these guys have tons of experience with great coaches and great guys around them. Also, Chris Kawai there in the corner, jiu-jitsu black belt, excellent jiu-jitsu coach. So he's getting some good information there in the corner. All right, here we go, round 2. Looks like we got a little water spill in the corner of Garcia. Grab Kevin Yoshida getting that cleaned up. Alright, here we go, round 2. Garcia opened up in that southpaw stance. He's been switching a lot here. And Higashi here with the switch. Looks like both guys can fight from both the southpaw and the orthodox stance.
We got some action now.
Yeah. Garcia really loaded up on that right hand and mixing it up with some spinning back fist there as well. And spinning back kick attempt there. Misses the mark. Higashi digging that underhook, doing a good job of not being pressed against the fence right now. Looks like Garcia here working for a takedown again, coming on that single leg. And they hit the canvas momentarily. Higashi pops back up.
Knees against the fence.
Ooh, good exchange of the hands there. Garcia looking a little tired here, Chris. Looks like his mouth is open, breathing heavily. Higashi's still looking pretty fresh. Nice inside leg kick there by Garcia. And the outside leg kick right behind it. Throwing some good kicks. Those kicks will add up, Chris. If Higashi doesn't check those will definitely add up. Got to make sure you respect those leg kicks. Good jab there by Higashi. And again, Higashi's switching it up from orthodox to southpaw. I think he's kind of in there seeing what works better for him at this point. And some push kicks to the leg by Garcia. A lot of leg kicks coming here in this fight. Nice 1-2 from southpaw down the middle from Higashi. And a 3-piece combo. Very nice.
Going for a haymaker.
Garcia is just whipping those haymakers tonight. He's in now on a body lock. Let's see if he can do something with it. And he's out of the body lock. Let's go. Breaks and haymakers all night from Garcia. Oh,
connects with
nice
one.
Beautiful right hand. But again, Garcia's looking a little tired. His mouth is open. Bleeding there from the nose. There's Garcia.
Looked like he phased for a second.
Yeah, Higashi looks like he's gaining momentum here. The crowd is definitely behind Higashi, him being the hometown guy. Ooh, we got Garcia in trouble here against the fence. Ooh, beautiful knee by Garcia there in the clinch position. And he gets in on a single and finishes it.
Nice.
Nice. Way to come back from adversity there, from going up against the fence, getting teed off on a little to getting that single leg takedown. Looks like he might just end this round on top. We got the 10-second clapper there.
Higashi looks busted open.
Yeah, looks like he's got a cut there above his left eye, I believe. Oh, definitely got that cut. It's turning into a bloody one.
Do you think Garcia can survive through round 3?
I think if he keeps on attempting those takedowns and tying up when he's in trouble, I think he can definitely not only survive it, but maybe end the round on top again. That one was a tough one to call, though. Higashi definitely rallied there, but finished on the bottom. So we'll see how the judges see it. You know, you never want to leave it in the hands of the judges. You never know what portion of the fight they could be looking at. But both guys definitely had their moments there. Looking in the corner here, we got Garcia looking a little tired there, breathing heavy. His mouth is open, but this guy looks like he has some heart, swinging for the fences every time he gets a chance.
All right.
And Bryson Bolahau there in his corner, definitely getting some good information from him as far as the kickboxing. Bolahau, an experienced local kickboxer here on our scene. He's actually fighting later tonight.
Yes, he'll be in our co-main event this evening. Bryson Bolahau versus Koki Shimokawa. As we go into round 3 right now, in a 105-pound amateur bout, Joshua Garcia versus Scott Higashi.
All right, Garcia opening up with that outside leg kick. He just puts his whole body into these shots. Eating some leather on the way in, but he'll take that, looks like, all day in order to land his shot. And he's in on that double leg, picks up Higashi.
Where's the dump going?
Oh, beautiful slam there by Garcia. Looks like Higashi's having a hard time seeing out of that left eye, Chris. Looks like it's closed pretty good and bleeding. It's tough when you're in there and you got to cut over your eye. That blood seeps in and it's tough to see there. So when you have one eye, it definitely affects you in mostly the striking department. All right, Garcia will look to posture up here again as he's been doing in the guard. Look to land some shots from here. And what Higashi wants to do here is create that distance, create that space so he can put his feet on the hips, so he can scramble up and look to create that opening. Yoshida warning them to stay busy. If you're on the ground, you're not busy enough, he will stand you up.
Garcia doing the minimal.
Yeah, as long as Garcia can stay busy here on top, he can keep this top position. Looks like Higashi working for a Kimura here. Higashi needs to hip out a little bit on that same side as the Kimura to finish this submission attempt. He has to get his body over to that same side as that Kimura lock. Oh, here we go. It looks like he's getting that arm slowly behind the back of Garcia.
Bryson Bolahau gave him some good information right now to grab his arm.
Yep, Bryson, an experienced guy to have in your corner, a good guy to have there for sure. Oh, and looks like and he straightens it out and gets it out. Great job by Garcia avoiding that submission attempt, landing some hammer fists there. Higashi needs to look to put those feet on the hips, look to create some distance here, push off and get back to the feet where he's most comfortable. Higashi looking for a sweep here. Oh, he's looking for that arm once again. That Kimura, he's seeing that it's open. Garcia here needs to get real heavy on that left side to avoid this Kimura. Oh, looks like it. He's pulling it out once more. This time it's a little closer, and he straightens it out, gets it back once again. Good job again by Garcia to avoid that Kimura attempt. Strong attempt. Landing some punches here is Garcia from the top. 10-second clapper. It looks like Garcia may end another round on top. Good hammer fist there.
And that's a wrap. Our first fight of the evening, Joshua Garcia versus Scott Higashi, going to the judges.
All right, we'll see how the judges call this one. Garcia is spending a lot of time there on top. Like I said, ending all 3 rounds in a top position inside of the guard of Higashi. Higashi had some great moments there on the feet, though. We'll see how the judges see this one.
Once again, this is Joshua Garcia's very first fight, his amateur MMA debut. Scott Higashi currently 0-1 as we head to the judges this evening. We got a great lineup of fights tonight for X156 here at the FILCOM. Those of you tuning in on Facebook and YouTube, please share with all your friends here. Live mixed martial arts here in Hawaii going down tonight. We also have some very special guests here tonight. I've seen some very famous faces.
Absolutely, yeah. We have a lot of big-time Hawaii fighters in the house tonight. I've seen Tyson Nam here that you'll see an interview with later tonight in the cage. He recently got signed to the UFC against Sergio Pettis, which is a huge opportunity. And if he can win this one, he should be able to crack his way into the top 10 of the UFC is on his first fight, which is awesome.
Amazing.
Awaiting the judge's decision here. Waiting for those scorecards to come out.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for your fighters once again, as we're waiting on a judge's deliberation. And the winner of this bout, due to unanimous decision, fighting in the red corner, Joshua Garcia!
Garcia pulls off the win.
Joshua Garcia with the dub tonight. His MMA debut here at X156. pulling out the win against
Hey,
Scott
guys, I'm here
Higashi.
with your winner, Joshua Garcia. Josh, hey, great fight. Hey, there's a backstory on Josh. So basically, Josh flew himself in from Kauai, calling us wanting to fight. Doesn't have a team, doesn't have a corner. Picked up 2 cornermen at the weigh-in, right? Josh, do you even train?
Yeah, on my own,
Where do you train out of?
in my garage.
Garage. Amazing, amazing. So, how you feeling? Yeah? So, I thought the fight was amazing. There was action the entire time. The takedowns were all big, you know what I mean? And there was a bloodbath. And for me, I love that kind of stuff. So, what made you want to come on here and just fight without a team? I know you prepared for it because you looked amazing, but what made you want to come on here?
Just to test myself and represent Kauai.
Hey, give it up. Joshua Garcia, true warrior from Latin Kauai. Aloha. Thank you.
All right, Joshua Garcia here getting it done against Scott
Congratulations
Higashi.
once again for the winner of the 145-pound amateur bout with a brand new record of 1-0, Mr. Joshua Garcia, freelance fighter of Kauai. Ladies and gentlemen, as we move on to the next bout of the evening.
So 1-0, he's technically undefeated right now.
That's right. He can definitely say he is undefeated. Excellent showing.
X156. Our next bout is a 170-pound amateur MMA bout. Our next fighter is making his amateur MMA debut.
He is fighting for the MMA bloodline Nevada. Ladies and gentlemen, fighting out of the blue corner, Nathan McKenzie!
Let it go away, and the news let it go away, and the news let it go away. You get it, I should have watched your brain.
And his opponent. Ladies and gentlemen, our next fighter fighting in a 170-pound amateur MMA bout. This fighter is also making his amateur MMA debut. Fighting for the Lion of Judah. Ladies and gentlemen, fighting out of the red corner, Makoa.
Outside, he's one of the tournaments tonight for Nathan McKenzie. He told me Nathan took his fight on 3 days' notice. Wow, straight from Las Vegas.
3 days notice. Way to step up.
Once again, this bout is a 170-pound amateur MMA bout. Will consist of three-minute rounds, and the man in charge of the action as soon as the rounds begin, referee Kimura. Good luck, gentlemen.
All right, and we got McKenzie here. It looks like quite a bit of a reach advantage. We'll see if he can use that to his advantage during this fight. Cooper here coming out, taking the center right away. Oh, nice 1-2 here from McKenzie right down the middle. And there's that big power here.
That Cooper swings. There we go.
McKenzie in trouble here against the fence. Cooper starting off very strong. McKenzie able to stay calm here.
Hooks for days.
Body shots landing as well up against the fence by Cooper. Ooh,
Slips a mean right.
overhand right, just missed on that one, Chris. Nice knee up the middle there by McKenzie. Looks like we got a little eye poke here. And ref Kevin Yoshida will give him a few minutes to compose himself. Check on the eye. This is how we want to see a fight start, Chris. Look at that.
Yes.
Cooper coming out just swinging bombs.
You would never know which Cooper's in there. They all come out hard.
They do, and they look alike as well.
Yes. Nathan McKenzie, however, weathered that storm well.
He did. He definitely did. He was able to stay calm and even land a few shots in there as well for himself. Cooper once again taking the center. Teep up the middle. Some good kicks here by McKenzie. Oh, and a spinning attack. McKenzie up against the fence once more.
using that reach to his advantage.
Oh, Cooper back inside, throwing those bombs. A few right hands there, finding a home for Cooper. Good head movement on the fence here by McKenzie, utilizing that long guard for a moment. And there's that Cooper brother wrestling right there, right down to a double leg takedown. Coming into the half guard here is Cooper. He'll be looking to posture up and land some bombs here in this position. And there he goes.
The long limbs of McKenzie may be able to help him get out of this somehow.
Oh, landing some bombs here is Cooper. And this fight is dangerously close to getting stopped here. You can hear those shots landing, Chris. That's a big right hand finding its home several times there. Cooper is definitely not looking just to hold him in position. He's looking to land and do damage. Cooper wants him out of here in the first round. McKenzie, though, doing a great job showing off his toughness. He's definitely still in this fight. Ooh, big right hand lands here by Cooper. And again. Wow, McKenzie is a tough one. Taking some big shots here early in the fight.
Very impressive.
You know, if he can use that length that he has, extend and get the feet on the hips, he should be able to push Cooper off. Cooper, though, definitely looks like a tank, very strong, and again, that wrestling background makes it difficult positioning there against the fence. McKenzie looking to push off the fence there, looking like he wanted to get an angle, maybe throw up a submission attempt. Oh, and he's throwing up a attempt right here. And Cooper shuts him down on that one. 10-second clapper goes off. It looks like McKenzie might make it out of the first here.
Wow, surviving Cooper the first round. Nathan McKenzie right there.
Cooper is still looking fresh here as he walks to the corner.
Not even sweating.
Barely sweating. Looks like he's not even breathing heavy. McKenzie took some damage there, but very tough. Like I said, this guy can take some hits and keep coming.
What a way to start your MMA career.
Yeah, taking this fight on extremely short notice and coming out here against a tough guy.
Yeah.
Tough guy like Cooper and weathering that storm there in the first. Many guys would have fell to a lot of those punches. Those are some heavy shots.
Thank you to the Hawaii Army National Guard. And thank you so much once again to the Oahu Party Club.
Here in Cooper's corner here, definitely got some knowledgeable guys there, getting some good information, some good cornering advice there.
Corners out.
And he's tapping out. Nathan McKenzie
this one is over.
has said enough is enough. Nathan McKenzie decides to submit before round two, before heading into another flurry against Makoa Cooper. Of course, both of them making their mixed martial arts debut. Nathan McKenzie 0-1 now, leaving X1 here today. And Makoa Cooper from the Cooper bloodline out of Lion of Judah, 1-0, officially here today at X156.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for your fighters once again. And your winner of the 170-pound amateur MMA bout, due to fighter couldn't come out of the corner, fighting in the red corner, Makoa!
All right, Martin Day will be conducting our in-ring interview.
All right, guys,
here
I'm
today.
here with Makoa Cooper. Makoa, you came out hard in that round, looking like a beast in the very first round. Was that your game plan there to come out hard and kind of start with a big emphasis there in the first round?
Yeah, that's how we train, we scrap, so that's how it is.
Definitely. Coming from a great, excellent wrestling background, throwing some big bombs there in the first. Do you have anyone you want to shout out, any sponsors or teammates you'd like to thank for this one?
No, I'd just like to thank Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior, and my family for coming out supporting us. Me and Blake, you're going to win too. So.
All right, let's put it together for Cooper, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, your winner of that bout, Mr. Makoa Cooper. At this time, we're going to be taking a brief intermission before we move on to our professional bouts. Ladies and gentlemen, here tonight, we're going to have approximately 10 minutes to take an intermission right now. For folks need to use the restroom, we got restrooms right across here, located right next to the main entrance.
All right, those of you joining us on the live stream on Facebook, please share with all your friends. X1 World Events MMA here. My name is Chris Dowles. My partner Martin Day in the ring just conducted his interview. We have a sick lineup of fights for you this evening, including our main event, Rodney Mandala versus Ricky Inge, happening here at X1 World Events. Our original main event, Tyson Nam, was canceled due, he was fighting Federico VENTO. Of course, we canceled that, and X1 had actually let him go of his contract so that he could pursue the UFC, as they had offered him for a huge fight in the Ultimate Fighting Championship. Martin, who will Tyson Nam be fighting in the UFC?
Yeah, Chris, so Tyson's be going in on his debut against Sergio Pettis. He's the younger brother of Anthony Pettis, who was the UFC champion at 155 pounds. So, Sergio Pettis is also a top ranked in the UFC as a top 10 fighter. So if Tyson can pull this one off, seems like he will be cracking into that top 10 as well, which is basically unheard of on your UFC debut,
Interesting. Now, he's a very active fighter. He's been fighting all over the place, like nonstop for many, many years. I'm very excited for that. Do you see him possibly becoming a UFC champion?
Absolutely. Tyson is, they call him the hardest hitting 125er around, because that guy has just bombs in his hands. Of course, one of my teammates, I train with him on a regular basis, and I felt his strength and his power. And for a 125er, you just don't, most guys don't have that kind of power, and that guy just, he can put all his power into one punch, puts his whole body into it, and he feels like a much bigger man when he's hitting you. And like you said, he's been around, he's been fighting for so long. He's actually been fighting. He was a professional when I was having my first amateur fight, so he was a guy that I've looked up to, and now he's finally getting that shot in the UFC, which is what all us guys we want to get to, So it's great for him, and it's not only for him, for Hawaii. We want to get these guys into the big show. So Tyson will be in there representing for all of us.
All right. You can follow Tyson Nam at Namino, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, that's right. You can follow him on Instagram there.
Check him out on Instagram. Special thank you to X1 for allowing him to go fight in the UFC. We breed many, many popular fighters here on X1 World Events. A lot of them you see in the big leagues have come from this stage right here in front of us. This evening we have some major fights going down. Bryson Bolohow in our co-main event versus Koki Shimokawa. This is going to be a massive fight at 170 pounds. It's going to be very, very interesting. Also this evening, we have some very special guests out here. We've seen Rashad Evans in the house this evening.
Yes, Rashad Evans. Of course, he was the light heavyweight UFC champion, and looks like he'll be having one of his teammates or one of his guys here fighting tonight, and he'll be in his corner.
Yes, and he's currently a Hall of Famer now in the UFC.
That's right.
Hanging out here in Hawaii. Yeah, this is amazing here. X1 World Events. I'd like to send a shout out to some of our sponsors, Pacific Rim Mortgage. Be sure to go check them out, as well as GNC Live Well.
All right, we got a short intermission here. Next up, after the intermission, we have a 145-pound pro MMA bout with Braden and Akeo fighting Jonah Estrella.
Braden Akeo out of Gracie Technics, 2-0 in his pro MMA record right now. And Jonah Estrella, hybrid house fighter, 1-2 in his record. Yeah. How important are records?
A lot of the big shows, when it starts to come time to, get signed to these big mainland promotions or these worldwide promotions, they're looking at that record, and they do want to see that good record. That record attached to your name means a lot. So, that's why we put so much emphasis on the record. And so this is an important fight here for both guys, really. And Jonah Estrella looking to get that record even, while Braden and Akeo looking to finish or to continue his unbeaten streak here. I've had the pleasure of training with both guys. Both definitely good fighters. This should be a war for sure.
Ooh, that is coming up next here at 145 pounds. Pro Mixed Martial Arts X1 World Events X1 56. Those of you streaming us on Facebook, please share with all your friends and family, and let's build this sport into what it is, the golden sport of Hawaii, mixed martial arts. Whew, I'm excited.
Yeah, this is going to be a good one. Both guys with really good wrestling backgrounds. Braden Akeo is a 3-time state champion, actually, and he's also spent some time at the Olympic training site in northern Michigan. So this guy is definitely a high-level wrestler coming in here. And, of course, Jonah Estrella, also with a wrestling background. He actually has coached high school wrestling, and he mixes it up well with his boxing. Good boxer, very explosive, fast on the feet. This one will be a good one for sure.
Now, being a mixed martial artist yourself, what weight do you fight in?
I fight in the bantamweight division, Chris. I fight at for those of you that don't know, that's 135 pounds.
135 pounds. Now, cutting weight. Take us through a process of what cutting weight is like. Like, when do you start dieting? What do you do? Like, what is it? Because a lot of people don't understand how tough cutting weight is for these fighters.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's a mental thing. That's why they say that this game is so much mental than it is physical. Because when you start that fight camp, whether it's 8 weeks, some guys like to do 8 weeks. Most guys I know like to do 6 weeks. And as soon as you start that camp, usually you start your diet as well. And for me personally, I'm about 162, 163 pounds is where I fluctuate. And so, you know, that's almost 30 pounds to get to 135. And I already don't have a lot of meat on me, you know. So it takes a lot of discipline, takes a lot of hard work, and that diet can be really tough. You know, we got our family barbecues, we go to Auntie's house. She's always offering us some food. You know, she like us eat some beef stew, some rice, but you know, we gotta say no. We gotta stay strict with the diet. We're at the end of the day, we're professionals. This is what we sign up for. The dieting is part of it, so we gotta be able to make that weight. You know.
Man, I could not imagine life with no mac salad.
It's tough. I mean, I love my mac salad too. I love my food, but you know, during that time, you gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, you know that. Chicken breast and salad and greens. That's where it's at when it comes time for the diet. So it gets old. Yeah, it gets old. Real quick. You'll be surprised. Some of the things that don't usually taste good to you, these things start to taste real good.
Amazing. Our next fight, 145 pounds. Right after that, we're going to 170 pounds. An amateur mixed martial arts bout. Blake Cooper versus Zarek Jackson. Now, Blake Cooper, another of the Cooper family, fighting out of the line of Judah with a 2-0 record. Have you seen Blake fight before?
I have. I was actually here for his last fight. I saw it in person, and he won by a devastating knockout in the first round, if I'm not mistaken. Again, the Cooper brothers have that. They just got that power in their hands. You know, they throw bombs. You've seen one of the brothers just a little while ago, Makoa Cooper, and you can expect the same fighting style coming out of Blake Cooper, but he is fighting an undefeated fighter in Zarek Jackson, you know, 5-0, and this man Zarek Jackson he'll have Rashad Evans in his corner.
Yes,
I believe Rashad Evans is here to corner him. He's coming out of Colorado, so
he's also a taller, lankier fighter. Yeah,
absolutely. So we'll see if we can. It'll be similar to the last body types that we saw in Makoa Cooper versus Nathan McKenzie. We'll see a tall, lanky fighter coming in against Blake Cooper, who's more of a short, stocky fighter as well.
How much are hard-hitting punches trainable as opposed to it being genetics?
You know, some of it is genetics, but of course, you know, the harder you work at it, the more you practice it, the more you're going to be able to execute it. So, of course, some guys are born with certain attributes, you know, and it just seems like the Cooper brothers are these guys. You know, they're born with these attributes, but again, not taking away from the work ethic. These guys are working hard. They're in the gym, and they're definitely working on that power. And you know, it comes also. You'll see similarities in people that train together. You know, of course, these guys are brothers, but they also have similarities because they're training together in the gym. So they're picking up a lot of stuff from each other as well. So that power punching, that power wrestling, you know, that's their style in their gym, and that's also a family style. So we can definitely expect to see more of that from Blake Cooper here coming in later on tonight.
It's going to be a whole lot of fireworks coming up next right here at X1 World Events, X156 here at the WAIPAHU FILCOM Center. Once again, my name is Chris Stiles. We have Martin Day here doing all of our sports analysts here with us this evening, giving us our professionalism, because brothers like me wouldn't be too professional, yeah?
Yeah, this is definitely a first for me, but I'm digging it though. I like the experience. It's good to be here.
And you're very knowledgeable. I really, really enjoy watching you in the ring. You're one of my favorite fighters. Not to just like big you up right now.
I appreciate that.
Okay.
I appreciate that.
Like, Oh, Spartan!
All right.
All right.
Yeah, and of course, you know, this guy, he's been commentating a lot of my fights when I was fighting over here locally.
Yes.
So, good to be here with you, my man.
Very excited. A couple of our local fighters had some fights this evening across the seas. Louis Smoka.
Yes, yeah, for those of you that missed Louis Smoka's fight, excellent performance by Louis. And, you know, one of my longtime teammates, he moved to the mainland in California a couple years ago. He's been training up there, but if you didn't watch that fight, you definitely missed out. He came out, he was aggressive, and he got the first round finish via TKO against a very tough opponent who had like a 10-1 record. So,
Ooh.
Yeah, Louis getting it done there on the big show tonight. Proud of that guy.
Back on board, he defeated Ryan McDonald, first round TKO, UFC Fight Night, and also Pololu.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to tune into that one. You know, I was here. You know how that one went?
Yes, that one went decision, if I'm not mistaken. He got a unanimous decision. My buddy was watching a fight in the parking lot on the way here, so I stopped by his car and just was like, oh, let's check it out. So that's why I was here a little bit late, but yeah.
All right.
We were watching him. He did really well. I mean, it looked like a crazy fight.
Yeah, Pololu, he brings it, man. He's one of those other guys. He comes in, he just throws bombs, and he's just down to trade leather, you know. And he's been doing real good in his career, too. He's been spending a lot of time up in Vegas at Extreme Couture, training with some excellent guys down there. We actually have quite a bit of local fighters training over there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so, you know, he's been tearing it up, and I look forward to watching that guy fight.
That's
very
awesome.
exciting.
Officials to ringside.
All right, look like we're gearing up for some more action here at X1 World Events. Once again, Pololu, you can check him out on Instagram at Taro Patch Kid. 3-0 Cage Wars unanimous decision this evening. Now we return back here to X1 World Events, X1 MMA Championships number 56. Brought to you by Two High Guys and Oahu Party Bus. A few of our sponsors here this evening, bringing you some amazing mixed martial arts action out here to the Waipahu FILCOM Center.
All right, like we said, next up we got a 145-pound professional MMA debut. This one should be a barn burner, guys. These guys are both experienced, definitely coming in here looking for the finish.
As we send you to the voice of X1 MMA.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here once again here at the FILCOM Center, where the X1 World Events presents X1 56. We'd like to say thank you so much for all of you coming out supporting your local fighters. And thank you all so much for all of our sponsors coming out here tonight. Thank you once again to the Hawaii Army National Guard. Thank you so much to the Lindemann Brothers Incorporated. Thank you once again to the GNC. And thank you to the Oahu Party Bus. A big mahalo shout out to the David Busters, to the Cam Security, to Capone's Production, to the UFC Gym, and to Ram Hawaii. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be moving on to our next bout of the evening. Our next bout is a 145-pound pro MMA bout. Our first fighter has a professional record of 1 win and 2 losses, fighting for the high-grade house. Ladies and gentlemen, fighting out of the blue corner, Jonah Estrella. And his opponent, our next fighter, fighting in a 145-pound professional MMA bout. This fighter has a record of 2 wins and 0 losses, fighting for Gracie Technics. Ladies and gentlemen, fighting in the red corner, Braden Akeo.
Popular gym here in Hawaii.
Yes, absolutely. You know, of course, that's a gym that blessed Max Holloway trains out of, and you know, I spent a lot of time over with those guys as well. Great guys to train with over there, and a lot of good fighters coming out of there.
That will consist of 3 5-minute rounds, and the man in charge of the action as soon as the rounds begin.
Braden Akeo, definitely the taller fighter here.
Do not blink, ladies and gentlemen. This first round brought to you by Capone's Productions, X156.
All right, Kevin Yoshida gives him the go-ahead, and we're off. Looks like there'll be a feeling out process here in the beginning of this one. Braden Akeo in the southpaw stance, Jonah Estrella in the orthodox. Akeo taking center here early in the fight. Feeling him out with the jab here is Akeo. Estrella blitzing in there for a moment. No shots landed yet. Some feints here early by Estrella. We'll see if Akeo can use this reach advantage he has here. Estrella definitely the shorter, more stocky fighter in this bout. Blitzing in there is Estrella with a 2-punch combination. You know, I've trained with Akeo, and this guy, when he gets a hold of you, is very sticky, very hard to get off of you. Excellent wrestling base. I mentioned earlier that he's trained at the Olympic training site in northern Michigan. And
wow.
And he's a 3-time state champion here, wrestler in Hawaii. So great wrestling accolades, and here he is on a single leg.
Up against the face scramble, and he's on top.
Akeo here on the top position, and this is exactly where Akeo wants to be here. This is where he does his damage. This is where he'll look to either submit or land some heavy ground and pound shots. Estrella will look to get some distance here on his opponent and look to create some space to stand up. Right now, Akeo will look to take that right leg and pass it into the mount or into the side control. Akeo looking to suck Estrella off of the fence here, so he'll grab under his legs and kind of pull him off. Looks like Estrella here attempting a guillotine for a short moment. He lets go. Estrella will be looking to wall walk here. But Akeo doing a great job of tying up the legs. You see how Akeo's legs are tying up Estrella's legs there for a moment? Makes it very difficult to wall walk, is what we call it. What Estrella wants to do is wall walk to get his back to the fence and use it to stand up. But Akeo doing a great job of keeping Estrella's back to the fence and his butt on the ground.
Estrella looking very calm there.
Yes, for sure. Both of these guys have, even though they don't have a lot of professional fights, these guys both have amateur experience, and Akeo with tons of wrestling experience. So these guys know what it's like to compete and to stay calm under pressure here as Akeo passes here into the half guard. Almost. Estrella still sitting up here against the fence.
Squeezing on the neck.
All right, and it looks like Akeo will be looking to fully pass into the mount, and Estrella doing a good job of putting Akeo back into his half guard and back to full guard.
Nice.
Great job there by Estrella to get him back into full guard. Akeo still holding this top position though, and you know the judges definitely see that. Estrella wants to get some offense here off his back, throw up a submission attempt, or look to scramble, get back to his feet, and there it is. Looking for an armbar attempt there. Let's go. Akeo landing some good ground and pound here from on top momentarily. And yeah, Akeo's going to want to posture up, look to land some bombs, but when he does, Estrella is ready to create that distance and use Akeo's posture to create distance. Nice elbows there, and he opens up.
Him open.
And armbar attempt.
Pulls an arm.
It's shallow, and Akeo used it to pass it. We got another bloody one on our hands, Chris. Looks like Jonah's eye is opened up there from an elbow from Akeo.
It is no joke.
Definitely got some blood there dripping on the canvas, Chris. Akeo here looking to pass again. Estrella doing a good job of holding though in his half guard there. And we got a lot of blood here up against the fence.
Today was not the day to wear white ringside.
Absolutely, Chris. That photographer is getting sprayed a little bit, I think. Got some blood on the camera. Estrella doing a good job here of holding Akeo, so it's not taking too much damage. You know, that one elbow did find a home and cut him open. So far, he's keeping Akeo's posture down. Akeo will look to posture up in order to land punches. 10 seconds left in the round. Ooh, and that is a nasty cut there.
Mess. Pulling down for a guillotine. It may be too late.
Akeo finishing that round strong.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. We told you so. This fight was going to be a barn burner. Braden Akeo versus Jonah Estrella. One bloody mess so far in the first round.
The doctor is taking a close look here at Estrella's cut.
That is a ton of blood. He is dripping. And he is calling it off.
Oh, Akeo is going to win this one. You know, fighter safety is number one, and when there's a big cut like that, sometimes if the doctor calls it, that's what you got to go with. The doctor knows what he's talking about, and it's the fighter safety comes first.
It is no joke. That is a lot of blood coming out of his face.
Yep, that is a nasty cut. He'll definitely need a few stitches from that one, and you know, Akeo doing a great job there. Another dominant performance. He's just been tearing it up here on the scene, advancing his record to undefeated still. 3-0 is Akeo.
Fighters to the center of the ring.
Taking nothing away from Jonah Estrella, Jonah was ready to go for round two.
Ladies and gentlemen, and your winner of this
he is smiling.
Stoppage, fighting out the red corner,
Braydon Akeo with the dub this evening. Not taking anything away from from Jonah Estrella. He was ready for round two.
I'm here with my man Braden Akeo with another dominating performance, improving his record to 3-0, still undefeated. How you feeling, my man?
Feel great. Quick stoppage, performance.
Was it the game plan to come in here and wrestle with Estrella and get on top and do what you did?
On top is my strong point. You know, I knew I'd end up there, and I knew I was going to finish him in the first. I didn't know how it was going to be, but I'll take it.
Well, congratulations on another dominating performance. Is there anyone you'd like to shout out? Any sponsors or coaches you'd like to thank?
I'd just like to thank all my team at Garcia Technics for preparing me for this fight. All my sponsors for making this possible. You know, I got a great team behind me. Can't thank everybody enough.
Braden Akeo, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, amazing job right there from Braden Akeo. First round victory via Dr. Stoppage. Martin Day with the interview right there. Martin Day did not want to touch him. You're supposed to put your hand on his shoulder, bro. Currently looking for some hand sanitizer. As we go on to our next bout of the evening.
Our next bout is a 170-pound amateur MMA bout. Our first fighter has an amateur record of 5 wins and 0 losses.
Can we use some sanitizer?
For the Victory MMA Colorado. Ladies and gentlemen,
I'm going to need some sanitizer after that one. You can smell the blood in there.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Where my career kind of got started here at the fighting.
Now, fighting in these different places, how much does the weather or location make a difference in your fight?
You know, I'm a big believer in the mental game of the fighting aspect, and I don't let any of that stuff bother me. Whenever there's a climate change, or if it's colder somewhere or warmer somewhere, I don't let that bother me. I mean, we fight indoors and there's AC, so it's pretty much the same wherever I go as far as I see it. You just gotta adjust yourself if you're in a high altitude zone. Make small adjustments when needed. At the end of the day, we're professionals. We gotta do what we gotta do. You know, we can't have excuses. We just gotta get it done.
Sure. Just checking because Zarek Jackson fighting out of Victory MMA in Colorado. Coming to our warmer climate, we hope that it does not affect his performance here this evening.
I would actually think that coming down to C level here would improve his performance. You know, if I'm not mistaken, he's at a much higher altitude there, which makes it a little harder to breathe. So, you know, his lungs have been kind of accustomed to that higher altitude, where for us it might be a little bit more tough to breathe. You know, but again, I've never been to Colorado, so I can't say for sure.
All right, he's taking on Blake Cooper from the huge Ohana of the Cooper family, Lion of Judah, 2-0.
And again, these Cooper brothers are known for their devastating power in both hands. And
Ladies and gentlemen, don't blink, don't blink. Early predictions, fight of the night. Early predictions, fight of the night. Don't blink.
Scott Junk making the announcement to the crowd to not blink on this fight this evening. My gosh.
All right, the crowd making some noise here for Cooper.
Cooper looks like he's straight out of a cartoon. Just somebody drew his body. If I was to draw a superhero, it would look like Cooper.
Yeah, he's definitely looking fit on this one, Chris. And look at him, he looks like he's just ready to blow up like a bomb right now.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, do not blink. X1 of 56, round 1.
All right, here we go. Blake Cooper in the southpaw stance coming out here and swinging with some power, coming out strong. Inside leg kick here by Zarek Jackson. Jackson will definitely be looking to use that reach, showing good movement along the fence.
Cooper trying to close the distance with those hooks.
Zarek Jackson will also be looking to keep that right hand nice and tight. Cooper has that strong overhand left, but looking here, strong in the clinch is Cooper. Takedown defense exhibited here on the fence by Jackson. Good balance. Zarek Jackson, tough to take down, it seems. Cooper gets it done. Zarek Jackson looks like he's got an arm here. Possibly looking to take this arm into a Kimura. But Cooper locking him down here. It'll be tough. Cooper looks so strong in this position, and with that wrestling background, such good positioning. Zarek Jackson looking calm here. Looks like he's weathering the storm so far.
Nice trip to the hook.
And a lot of times these tall guys, you know, when they have good takedown defense, they're so tough to take down just because their limbs are all over the place. They can catch themselves and they can pop right back up. A few punches on the break there by Jackson. Nice outside leg kick there by Jackson. Cooper just looking for that opportunity to explode here. Oh, just missed with a big right hook is Cooper.
Oh, clipped him.
Some punches here in the exchange. Nice knee on the break by Jackson.
Swing and a miss.
Jackson looking really composed in there, really picking his shots. Nice head kick there, blocked by Cooper. And another big punch here by Cooper, just missed. And you can tell, man, if those things land, you'll be in trouble. 10 seconds left in the first round. Clinch here by Jackson, throwing some knees. Cooper backs out.
And that's the end of round 1. Zarek Jackson giving Cooper a little bit of a, how we say, stink eye. That's what happens when you're in a cage fight, ladies and gentlemen.
Both guys, Chris, looking to be in great shape for this one as well. You know, both guys coming from excellent camps. You can expect these guys to come in here fully ready, fully in shape, and ready to throw down. You know, ready to go the distance, But of course, looking for that finish as well.
Yes, our next round, round 2, brought to you by Powerhouse Gym. Powerhouse Gym IL. As we go into round 2, Blake Cooper versus Zarek Jackson here at X156.
Both guys with excellent guys in their corner here, both getting some really good advice. Of course, we got Rashad Evans here in the corner of Zarek Jackson. Cooper just looking ready to explode once again.
Like pit bulls.
Both guys coming out patient here in round 2, trying to make something happen. 1-2 with a takedown attempt there by Cooper. Gave up on it early. Pawing out that jab. Oh, and some good heavy punches there by Cooper. Just missing.
Ooh, swinging.
And that's that contested left hand that Cooper has.
Bango! Straight into the, with another left, and another left.
Oh. Cooper unloading here. Jackson staying calm, landing some good knees in the clinch. And Cooper shucks him right off. Look at how strong he is. Look at that sprawl. Excellent work by both men.
My goodness.
And Jackson here attempting a takedown against Cooper. Great job with the knees is Jackson. He's squeezing those knees in right up the middle. Cooper with a good body lock here against the fence, and he lets it go. Eats a knee to the head.
Moving to a single leg.
And Cooper backs out, looking to reset the position here. Front kick up the middle by Jackson.
Nice right down the pipe.
Nice jab here and a good return hook by Cooper. Cooper is just missing with these heavy shots.
Just coming up an inch short.
You know, it's tough when these taller opponents, they have that reach advantage and they're just out of range sometimes. Oh, he catches him there with a counter right hook, does Cooper. Inside leg kick from Jackson, followed by the jab. Jackson taking center for now. Clinch and knee
nice
here from
knees.
Jackson. Good knees up the middle, but he eats a body shot for his trouble.
Oh, he ate another knee. Nice knee.
Shucks him down. Looks like he might have had a Cooper hurt there for a moment.
Yeah.
But Cooper's so strong.
Oh, nice trip.
And that's that high-level wrestling right there, Chris, from the Cooper family. Such a beautiful transition there, right into the takedown by Cooper.
That was fantastic.
Blake Cooper here in the top position, and this guy looks strong. Very tough to deal with when he's on top of you. Here he is.
Pulling his back, going for the rear naked. Is it in?
Looks like he's under the neck.
Is it in?
Hard to tell from this position, but it looks like Cooper is under the neck of Zarek Jackson.
Saved by the bell. What a round by Blake Cooper, ladies and gentlemen.
Blake Cooper finishing that one very strong. Zarek Jackson having a tough time getting back to the stool there that time.
Big time.
Showing a lot of heart though is Zarek Jackson.
Yes.
Took a lot of big shots, and that choke looked like it was in deep for a moment.
That was very back and forth. A tough round to judge.
Very
but Cooper
tough.
came out strong in the end.
I'd hate to be a judge for this one this far. With guys of this skill, though, you never know. We could be looking at a third round finish coming up here. Stay tuned, guys. Don't blink.
Once again, round 3, Blake Cooper versus Zarek Jackson. Round 3, brought to you by Guarantee Clothing. Be sure to go check them out at guaranteeclothing.com. As we go for round 3.
Coming into round 3, I'm excited for this one. These guys are putting it all out there.
This is the third and final round.
Nice inside leg kick there by Zarek Jackson.
Keeping Cooper off his balance.
Jackson here throwing that feint there. You see him feinting with that right leg, looking to get a reaction out of Cooper. You see him lift that right leg here and there just to get a reaction. When they lift that leg there, it also discourages a shot from the wrestlers. You know, it's tough to shoot when a guy is bringing that knee right up the middle, Chris. Oh, and there's that knee there right up the middle, but Cooper picks him up.
Boom.
Big slam by Cooper.
Man down.
Kevin Yoshida warning Jackson there not to grab the fence. Jackson looking to come back up.
And eats a few on the way up, still eating.
Some big shots here by Cooper against the fence. And look how Cooper has his left hand there around the back of Jackson, stopping him from being able to defend with that left hand, Chris.
Brilliant. That's that high-level Cooper wrestling.
Absolutely. Making it really tough for Zarek Jackson to get off the fence here, and he is eating knees to the body right now.
He's repaying those knees.
Oh, and here Zarek Jackson looking to come back, but in the body lock now as Cooper has a nice body lock on him.
Nice move. Great advice from Coach Rashad Evans in that corner, causing that spin from Jackson.
Jackson here will be looking to get back off the fence and utilize those knees and kicks there from the outside.
Jackson got a few new beauty marks on his face.
Zarek Jackson coming in with the right hand, misses there. Front kick right up the middle by Zarek Jackson. And Blake Cooper is ready to just explode at any moment. You just never know when he's going to blitz on you.
Oh, nice straight right.
Good right hand there. Cooper says, let's go, let's bring it on. Lands a right hook of his own.
Uh-oh, they are talking.
Zarek Jackson says, no way, let's bring it. I'm loving this one, Chris. These guys are putting it all on the line. Oh, and a big right hook there lands. Zarek Jackson is tough, though. Outside, inside leg kick by Zarek Jackson, followed by a nice, clean, stiff jab. Looks like Blake Cooper has slowed down just a little bit in this third and final round. Oh, but
hit him once.
Zarek Jackson, great job getting off the fence there and follows up with a flying knee
and eats the canvas for it.
But gets right back up right away. And again, look at that tie behind the back. Blake Cooper doing a good job of tying that left hand up of Zarek Jackson as the 10-second clapper goes off. I am surprised this one might be going to the judges. And it is.
Wow, what a scrap tonight, guys. Zarek Jackson versus Blake Cooper right here, going to the judges.
Excellent fight. That one was back and forth.
The whole venue is going crazy right now.
I just looked over at Scott Junkie. He's like, no way, I'm doing this one. He wants to get in there and do the interview. He is pumped. We're all pumped in here. Beautiful fight by these two guys. Sometimes I just wish both guys could be winners after a scrap like that, Chris.
I know, right? Somebody has to go home with the one on their record tonight. Who is it going to be?
Waiting for the official judge's call here. Both guys had their moments in this one as well. This one might be a tough one to judge. I'd hate to be a judge at this time.
For one of your fighters once again. And your winner of this bout for the official by unanimous decision, fighting out of the red.
All right.
Blake Cooper handing Zarek Jackson his very first loss in mixed martial arts.
Both guys show respect here at the end, and that's what it's all about. You know, at the end of the day, we're martial artists, showing that respect, showing that good sportsmanship at the end of this one.
Scotty wants to give both of them their shine tonight.
These guys deserve it.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, this was an amateur MMA match. An amateur MMA match. Fight of the night. Fight of the night. Amateur MMA. Coming all the way from Colorado. Right? Fighting out of Oahu. Right? Bringing people together. I don't know why either of you should stand amateur after this. Right? Both of you guys are talented, Amazing athletes. That was a phenomenal fight to watch. Thank you for coming out, bro. Safe flight home.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. Zarek Jackson, I'm a fan.
That crowd here showing some aloha for Zarek Jackson.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with your winner, Blake Cooper. God is good. This, by far, your best fight to date. The other fights were too easy. This was against a 5-0 opponent from Colorado, coming out of a great team, right? The fact that all the transitions, all the big hits and the big slams, and he even had you in a dirty tie clinch. That was an amazing fight. How do you feel right now, bro? Good.
Thanks for the opportunity.
A man of few words. All right, so I know you're healthy. Go home, take some time off, do some recovery, reheal your body, back to the drawing board. You and your family are doing amazing things. What can we say? I know you're going to go home and talk to dad and talk to your family, but what do you think about turning pro? As soon as possible. Amen. All right, thank you, Blake. Ladies and gentlemen, Blake Cooper.
Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations once again to the winner of this 170-pound amateur MMA bout.
Go ahead and wash up. We're going to have another 10-minute break. Wash up, get some food. Thank you.
Taking a short intermission here.
Oh man, the Coopers, amazing job tonight. You know how to say Cooper in Hawaiian?
What's that?
Mahalo. You know why?
Why is that?
Because they're all tanks. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, X1 World Events MMA here at WAIPAHU FILCOM, X1 56. My name is Chris Douse. We have Martin Day here, sports analyst and mixed martial artist, hanging out with us this evening.
Good to be here, Chris. Good to be here. Great energy over here at the PhilCom Center today. These guys are going crazy so far. We've had some barn burners, some great fights going on so far.
Heck yeah, I love it. Don't forget, we have our co-main event coming up next. Bryson Bulahau versus Koki Shimokawa here. That's going to be a pro kickboxing world title fight. And then, of course, our main event, 125 pounds, pro mixed martial arts bout, Rodney Mandala versus Ricky Inge.
Definitely looking forward to both of these fights as a fan. You know, got some high-level guys here. I started off as a kickboxer, so this kickboxing fight coming up with Bryson Bulahau against Koki Shimokawa is definitely one I'll be tuning into very closely here. I've actually had the privilege of training with Bryson Bulahau many times, a lot of good sparring sessions, and really hard to hit, really sneaky, really knows how to mix it up with his boxing and his kicks well. Excellent movement. This one is going to be a good one.
And of course, Koki Shimokawa out of Team MMA Champs. He's making his pro kickboxing debut. Kickboxing is such a fun sport. I remember the days of, God, I'm going to show my age right now. The days of Dennis Alexio.
I was just before I left and came over here. I was on YouTube looking up old highlights of Dennis Alexio. You know, I looked up to that guy. I would always watch highlights of him. I love the way he mixed it up with the kicks, coming in with a grass skirt.
Yeah.
Definitely one of the greats. You know, to come out of Hawaii, you know, in the ring, that guy could put it together in there. Excellent kickboxer.
Now, kickboxing versus MMA, could you do more kickboxing bouts per year or mixed martial arts bouts per year?
Definitely, your body can handle more kickboxing bouts. You know, that's why you look at these kickboxing guys or these Muay Thai guys. Some of these guys have over 100 kickboxing fights because they're doing it so often. It's like a lifestyle to them, especially the guys coming out of Thailand, the Thai fighters. Some of these guys are fighting like every weekend. You know, that's like the national sport. So these guys have ridiculous records, and yeah, so the kickboxing, you can definitely get in more, and there's a lot more facets to the mixed martial arts fight. You know, you have to train in the ground, the wrestling, and there's so many different aspects to it, whereas in kickboxing, you know, you have your set rules, you're on the feet, you don't have to worry about the takedowns, and you're basically you're banging it out the whole time, you know, so you can definitely squeeze in a lot more kickboxing fights than MMA fights per year, in my opinion.
All right, so what is the pinnacle of kickboxing? in regards to like sports companies or?
Right now, Glory is tearing it up in the kickboxing scene. They say that's the top of the sport right now, the Glory fighters. But there's a lot of other, really high up there kickboxing organizations. But Glory seems to be pretty much worldwide, and they're doing big things there. So a lot of kickboxers, that's their goal. They want to get into Glory. But that's a different rule set than the Muay Thai rule set, because they don't allow elbows or clinch with knees. So there's some slight differences that depending on what organization or what rule set you're fighting under when it comes to the kickboxing.
Muay Thai looks insane, man.
Oh, yeah. Those guys are some tough guys. They're elbowing each other, clinch, knees, and the sweeps.
Yeah, I always feel like when I watch Muay Thai fights, like from Thailand or like actual like hardcore Muay Thai fights, I feel like there's something a little wrong with the guys in it. Like, I'm gonna go in there and you're gonna crack me, I'm gonna crack you back, and we're gonna see who lasts the longest. Yeah, it's a lot of trading going on.
Oh, definitely.
Not like a lot of slipping or evasion. It's a lot of like we're just gonna clash.
Yeah, and in boxing, you see a lot of the slipping, you see a lot of the head movement, the Floyd Mayweather stuff, and you can get away with it in boxing because you don't got to worry about those knees coming up the middle and shooting right for your forehead. Whereas in kickboxing and MMA, of course, those knees can come right up the middle at any time, so you can just dip right into one of those things. So that's why you don't see a lot of head movement in especially kickboxing, because these guys can jump to a knee right up the middle, so they're more straight up, more marching. A lot less head movement there, and that's the reason you see that in more so in kickboxing.
Interesting. Forgive me, all you guys tuning in on Facebook and whatnot, live streaming. I am a fan, although I may be asking some strange questions. I just want to know as a fan. That's why I'm asking these.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I figure since we have the professional here, Martin Day, he can give us a breakdown of some certain things that we'd like to know as fans. For those of us who just watch the TV and yell.
Yeah, and for me as an active fighter, I like to watch fights. I like to break them down. I like to see why this guy does this, why this guy does this, and why they're having success in certain areas. I see when you break things down, it also can improve your game as a fighter, because you can look at yourself in more of a critical way and say, maybe I could have done this differently, or I was having success here, maybe I should work on this more, and helps you to get to think about things a little bit more,
That's what I feel. I feel athletes who become sports analysts, such as good examples would be like DC or anyway, all of them that become sports analysts,
Absolutely.
I feel like their game steps up really well. Michael Bisping.
Right.
He only won a title after he became a sports analyst.
Dominic Cruz, another fighter who's a very smart sports analysis. These guys are got to really break it down. They really got to look at it and see what's going on in a deeper sense in the fight. Not just look at it as a fan, but really dive into it a little bit more and break it down.
That is fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, X1 World Events, X156 here at WAIPAHU FILCOM. Be sure to join us at our next X1 World event. Stay tuned to our Facebook page at X1 for all of our updates about our upcoming fights here in Hawaii. Amazing things going down in Hawaii here, closing out 2019, including events like Janet Jackson. I'm excited for Janet Jackson. Also Diplo at the Republic. I'm excited about that. You excited about any of these musical acts coming down? Do you like concerts?
I'm not a big concert guy, Chris. I don't go to a lot of concerts. I just, people are always trying to, Mark, let's go to a concert. Let's go. My sister, my brother, them always trying to get me to go. And I'm just like, I'll just put it up on iTunes.
So what is a free day for Martin Day like?
Oh,
Being
man.
that you train, aside from training. I don't want to hear that, we train every single day. What is the day off like? What is the day away from fighting like for Martin Day?
Aside from training, I really just like to spend time with my wife and with my family. I just got married June 1st. I've been married for a few months now.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you, Chris. Right on, bro. I appreciate that. Yeah, so I like to spend time with her. I love to spend time with, my family and, of course, my new family. I got a whole new family now that I'm married. So I just like family time. That's the best time, Maybe before family time starts, wake up early. Go hit Down Patrol for a good surf session, Diamond Head.
There you go.
Catch me in the water at Diamond Head when my knee is better. Right now, I've been dealing with a knee injury, so I've been out of sports for a little bit. But basically, that's what I do on my days off. I try to squeeze in a surf session, spend time with the family, go to the movies, things like that.
But no concerts.
Yeah, not like I said, not a big fan. I don't know what it is.
What about Baby Shark, bro? Baby Shark's coming to Hawaii.
Oh, I might have to go to that one.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, I get that song. One day I was surfing Diamond Head, and this song for some reason gets stuck in my head. That Baby Shark. Oh, bro, why is this song in my head right now? Pull my feet out of the water, start looking around.
Bro, I'll tell you right now on the live stream, everybody just hearing that. Why you gotta say that?
It's a catchy song.
Yeah.
Are they really doing a concert over here?
Yes. I hope I'm supposed to say that.
How many songs? Oh, yeah.
No, I got an email like on the low. That's why they tell me, they tell me events before they come out.
Right.
If not, then well, I'm gonna have to just work for X1 full time if I get fired. You know?
All right, but a catchy song though, nonetheless.
Yeah. Yo, if a fighter comes out to Baby Shark, I'm leaving.
I was gonna make an Instagram post the other day. You know, you can put the songs on the post with the lyrics, and
yeah.
Boom! I was about to put Baby Shark on there. One of my teammates comes and she's like, "Bro, you better not put that song on there."
Yo, you can ruin people's days by mentioning the song because it's so addicting to your own head. Like once you hear it, I can't stop hearing it.
Now that we're talking about it, bro, it's gonna be stuck in my head all night.
Oh, here's Scotty.
We're about to start our last 2 fights of the night. Right. The next fight's a kickboxing championship match. A fighter out of Japan, a fighter out of Hawaii. That's gonna be an amazing fight. The main event between Ricky Inge and Rodney Mandala. That might be another barn burner. Thank you very much for coming out. We appreciate your support. The fighters appreciate your support. Life is good when you guys come and bring your good energy for these guys. Thank you very much. This has been an amazing year for X1. Right? Multiple shows, 2 nights of fights. We've done multiple things throughout this year. We've had a lot of great people help us. We lost a couple of good employees. We've had some great employees come on board. I want to thank Chris Styles and Martin Day for coming on and doing our color commentary.
Yeah.
We appreciate you guys. Right. It's amazing. But with the good, there's always some bad. And as of right now, if you look at our canvas, a couple of our sponsors, but we have a sponsor called Hawaii Discount Nutrition. Hawaii Discount Nutrition is a bad business. It's a bad company. So we put their logo on our canvas. They told us that they were going to give us the $3,000 to put the logo on the canvas. All right, we never received the money. They gave the money to Almaderis. All right, Almaderis took the money and left the company. We contacted Hawaii Discount Nutrition, and they said, no, we only work with Uncle Al. All right, so Uncle Al is going around now because he's a disgruntled employee and bad-mouthing X1. All right, we've always been about the fighters. All right, we know that. Everybody that supports us knows that. But when you have rubbish individuals going around bad-mouthing a great company, talking about X1 is only about profit, I've never seen a single penny working for this company. Not one penny, because every fight costs money to produce. I've never seen Mike Miller take home a check. Not once. I talk to the fighters, they know it, we know it. All right? So, bad business, Hawaii people. We're always talking about support local. We've got a lot of people right now watching online. Right? Last fight had over 800 people watching from home. A lot of you live right down the street, right? But you talk about support local, right? So one of those things is Hawaii Discount Nutrition will no longer be affiliated with X1 going forward any moment after this. We're going to burn this after this fight's over. Next year, we're starting fresh with some new sponsors. And we just want to let people know the truth, all right? So a lot of local fighters that were scheduled to fight on our cards were manipulated and talked to and asked to back out, and we're told that X1 is only about the money. And so I need to set the thing straight, right? So people that know me, that know Mike, that know X1, that have supported us since day one, we have never been about X1. It's always been about the fighters. Thank you very much. Keep our names out of your mouth. Aloha.
A word from Scott Junk right there.
Put your hands together once again for Mr. Scott Junk. Coming out here ripping hard the X1 World Events. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys been having a good time so far, let me hear you make some noise!
Ladies and gentlemen, as we move on to the next bout of the evening, we'd like to say thank you all so much for coming out here to the FILCOM Center, where the X1 World Events presents
X156. Would like to say thank you all so much for coming out to support your local fighters, and thank you all so much to all of our sponsors coming out here tonight. The X1 World Events is sponsored by the Hawaii Army National Guard, the Linderman Brothers Incorporated, the GNC, and the Oahu Party Bus. Ladies and gentlemen, our next bout is the co-main event of the evening. This bout is a 170-pound X1 Pro Kickboxing World Title. Our first fighter, making his pro kickboxing debut, fighting for the Team MMA Champs. Ladies and gentlemen, fighting out of the blue corner, Koki Shimokawa.
All right, here we go. Koki Shimokawa coming out. I talked to Koki earlier, and he's actually got quite a bit of fighting experience. 6-0 as an amateur kickboxer and a bunch of martial arts tournaments. He's actually a black belt in karate.
Oh.
So you can expect some excellent kicks from him. I've actually cornered against him. He fought my nephew in a different organization for a kickboxing title. You know, my nephew is an experienced multiple division kickboxing champion, and Koki was able to finish my nephew in that fight. Definitely a good kicker. You can expect to see some kicking, a lot of different kicks from this guy.
Where is Koki from?
Koki is originally from Japan. I was, talking to him. He's got a heavy Japanese accent, but it seems he's training out of here in Hawaii. And as you can see, he's got that Hawaiian Island chain tattooed on his chest.
Oh yes.
And I believe he's training out of the UFC gym, if I'm not mistaken.
Nice.
Here in Hawaii, that is.
What kind of things could you learn from karate?
Definitely the kicking aspect of it, you'll be able to learn. In these type of martial arts, there's a lot of traditional things, such as the kata is what they call it in karate. And they also do learn some boxing in there as well. A lot different style than traditional boxing. In karate, if I'm not mistaken, in his particular form of karate, they're not allowed to punch in the head. So they do a lot of body punches and a lot of kicks. A lot of leg kicks, head kicks. In his style, they're allowed to kick to the legs, to the head, but only punch to the body. So that explains why his kicks are so crisp.
Our next fighter is making his professional kickboxing debut. This fighter has a professional MMA record of 0 wins and 1 loss. He is a freelance fighter, fighting out of Waianae, Hawaii. Ladies and gentlemen, fighting out of the red corner, Bryson Bolaha.
Making his pro kickboxing debut tonight, Bryson Bolaha, straight out the dub. Why not?
And it says here that he's 0-1 as a professional mixed martial artist, but this guy has so much experience in all types of fighting, especially in the kickboxing scene. I've seen him fight so many times in kickboxing. Very good footwork we can expect to see from him. Excellent boxing as he mixes it up with a lot of kicking variety as well. Look for Bolaha to be very light on the feet and be able to just explode with a kick out of nowhere. Had a conversation with Bolaha at the weigh-ins, and he actually cut quite a bit of weight to make it down here to 170 pounds, whereas I do believe that Shimokawa is walking around at that weight.
Interesting. That should translate to a little more power, correct? With a little more weight?
It could, but if you look at Shimokawa's build, he's got his legs kind of look like tree trunks over there.
Yeah.
Looks like he's gonna have some power in those legs. But Bryson Bolaha, he's seen it all inside of this kickboxing. In this kickboxing sport, he'll be able to really stay calm and composed in there and pick his shots.
A lot of fans looking forward to this fight, being that it's all striking. Once again, our co-main event of the evening at 170 pounds, X1 Pro Kickboxing World Title match. This is 3 2-minute rounds at X1 56 here at WAIPAHU FILCOM.
All right, here we go. WAIPAHU coming into the cage here.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, this bout is a 170-pound bout, and it is for the X1 World Events Professional Kickboxing World Title. It will consist of 3 2-minute rounds, and the man in charge of the action as soon as the rounds begin, referee Kevin Yoshida. Good luck, gentlemen.
All right, again, 3 2-minute rounds here for this professional kickboxing fight, title fight. There's Makoa opening up with a kick. Bryson had told me yesterday he wants to get inside and he wants to use his boxing on this one. Both guys very calm. Shimakawa's face looks like he's just taking a walk through the park right now. Very calm look on his face. Ooh, comes upstairs with a head kick. Bryson there blocking that head kick. Very straight up stance here at Shimakawa. Very light on his front leg, looking to just bring that front leg up quickly. And there it is there with the front kick to the body.
He looks like a third-level boss on Mike Tyson's Punch-Out.
Very calm here at Shimakawa, taking the center right away. And as I said, we can expect that movement out of WAIPAHU, and he's showing that movement right now along the fence.
Trying to find his way in.
WAIPAHU with the straight right to the body. Ooh, heavy kick by Shimakawa. And there's that kick that he's so good at. He's just good at sneaking it in right there to the body. And there's the spin followed up by a left roundhouse to the head. Shimakawa showing that excellent kicking ability here in the beginning of round 1. Inside leg kick here by Shimakawa.
Whoa!
Beautiful question mark kick.
Was that?
And that was a clean knee, Chris, right there to the body of WAIPAHU. You know, he's so good at those knees. And his last fight against Sean Day, that's actually what he dropped him with, was that same attack right to the body.
My goodness.
10 seconds left here in round 1.
Bryson's body is just full of welts.
So calm in Shimakawa.
Time! Put your hands together for your fighters!
Round 1 in the books, our co-main event of the evening.
Coming out here,
kickboxing world title. Bryson WAIPAHU versus Koki Shimakawa.
Kickboxing bout.
If you were in the corner of Bryson WAIPAHU, what would be your advice to have him advance in round 2?
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much
That's
for joining us here once again here at the PhilCom Center.
To get inside and utilize that boxing. You know, Shimakawa is really kind of eating him up with those kicks there on the outside. So if Bryson can get in there, utilize that boxing, get into that punching range, and kind of make it a dirty fight, put his head on his chest and throw some hooks, I think he'll find some success in there with that, Chris.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, Martin the Spartan Day right there. Going into round 2, Bryson WAIPAHU versus Koki Shimakawa. Round 2, of course, brought to you by Oahu Party Bus. Go check them out for all of your vehicular party needs. As we move to round 2, X1 World Events, X1 56.
Orders up.
All right, and in kickboxing, you know, if you get that, if there's a count like that, when a fighter gets dropped, it's an automatic 10-8, and it could be even lower. But when you get that knockdown in a kickboxing fight, there's usually a point taken away from the loser of that round, the person that got dropped. So we might be able to call that one a 10-8, but we'll see. You know, you never know how the judges score. And there is Bryson there.
Got your advice.
Right there to the body. It's almost like you heard me, Chris. Beautiful body shots landed there. But then Koki brought that knee right up the middle, discouraging that body shot. Are
knees legal in a kickboxing bout?
They are. These guys are not allowed to clinch and pull the opponent's head down into the knee, but they can knee out in the open and they can clinch with a single hand.
Okay.
So they're just not allowed to pull that head down and keep the clinch while they execute the knees.
There it is.
And there it is.
Took some of your advice, buddy.
Coming in, making it a dirty one there. I think that's what it needs to do to find that success here against Koki.
Get out of that kicking range.
Exactly. Now Koki seems like a smart fighter. I think he'll start shooting that knee up the middle if he sees Bryson coming straight forward. Oh, Bryson slips the punch and throws some butt, and there's that knee again from Koki.
There it is. Watch the clinch. I get it.
There's that warning from Kevin Yoshida, the ref, telling him to watch that clinch. Bryson having a little more success in this round. He just has to watch out coming straight in because that knee might be coming right down the middle. Very patient here is Koki. And a twisting kick. That's one you don't see a lot in any combat sports. But again, this guy with the karate background, he's able to throw these type of attacks. 10 seconds left. Another knee landed there by Koki and a kick on the exit.
Time! Put your hands together for your fighters, ladies and gentlemen.
Round 2 in the books. Koki Shimokawa versus Bryson Bolahau.
Good round for both guys. Koki having some success again with those beautiful kicks and knees.
Yes. Bryson doing his absolute best, trying to make it dirty and getting in there.
And I do believe that Bryson will come out a little bit more aggressive this round. You know, there's got to be some urgency here. He may be down a couple rounds here, so he'll want to come out and really mix it up with that boxing on the inside.
Thank you so much once again to the Leatherman Brothers Incorporated. Thank you to the GMC.
All right, round 3 coming up next. Once again, brought to you by Guaranteed Clothing. Be sure to check them out at guaranteedclothing.com.
Koki over there looking very calm on the stool, not even breathing heavy at all.
Yeah.
That guy knows how to stay calm in there. And that's that experience, Chris. You know, these guys have been in there so many times. It's just they know how to stay calm. The more you do it, the more of it just becomes an everyday thing.
Like he's waiting for his food at Zippy's right now.
Exactly.
Jeez.
He looks like he's calmly waiting for his food at Zippy's. He's not in a hurry at all for that plate lunch.
Not at all.
A little more movement this round coming out of Koki. It looks like Bolahau is taking the center here.
Bolahau with some urgency.
A little more movement coming out of Koki Shimokawa here in this third and final round. Bolahau blitzing in with that rear kick. Dodged by Koki. Oh, nice kick there by Koki. Now in kickboxing, when you come inside in the pocket like that, you can always get tied up. So when Bryson comes in for those body shots and to make it dirty, Koki is looking to tie him up. When they do tie up, ref Kevin Yoshida will break the action. Oh, beautiful right hand over the top by Bolahau. That one found a home. Bolahau's corner telling him that Koki is hurt.
Koki smiling. Oh!
I don't even know what that was called, Chris, but I like it.
I was looking towards you. I was like, you got to tell me.
That's the Koki kick right there.
The Koki kick.
You better patent that one before someone else does.
Oh, Bryson rushing.
Bryson looking to get some dirty boxing there in the pocket. Koki shoves him off and says, let's go. Again, you see Bryson comes in for those body shots in the dirty boxing, with Koki tying him right up there on the inside. Ooh. Spin a little too close there.
At this point in the fight, random fans would be screaming, spinning back fist.
Oh, beautiful body. Oh, right hand. Bolahau with a beautiful right hand over the top.
Put your hands together for your fighters.
Great fight right there, ladies and gentlemen. Just as we were Bryson is finding some success the fight is over. As we go into our judge's decision right now, ladies and gentlemen, once again, Bryson Bulahau versus Koki Shimokawa. This is for, of course, the 170-pound X1 Pro Kickboxing World Title here at X156. As we go to the judges. Martin Day has been called up to do the in-ring interview. Hopefully Martin keeps it professional in there and not confronts Koki about fighting his nephew. No, I'm totally kidding, guys, by the way. I'm totally kidding. They're all professionals here. And hopefully he can bring up that Koki kick. I believe that was one of the most magnificent things I've seen tonight. Once again, if you are streaming live on Facebook, please share us with all your friends and family at X1 World Events. Like our page at X1 World Events MMA. And stay tuned for upcoming bouts, events, and more coming out of X1 World Events. As the judges deliberate, and they have found their decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for your fighters once again. Both of these gentlemen making a professional kickboxing debut for the X1 World Events Pro Kickboxing World Title. And your winner of this bout, due to a majority decision, ladies and gentlemen, fighting out of the blue corner, Koki Shimokawa.
Ladies and gentlemen, your new 170-pound X1 Pro Kickboxing World Champion, Koki Shimokawa, in his debut, and he's already a champion. Pro kickboxing debut, that is.
Freelance fighter coming out of Waipahu, making his professional kickboxing debut.
Once again, shout out to Bryson Bulahau, coming out of the west side, making his pro kickboxing debut. Here we go to Martin Day.
Excellent performance here, my man. Oh, we're waiting for a translator right now.
Here we go, international.
Excellent performance here. Great showing of the kicking abilities. Was that your game plan coming into this fight? Mix it up with the kicks?
どんな作戦だったコーチハル会長のことを信用して組んでもらったプランでやろうって信用してたんで、もう全部練習通りです。It's all about training exactly what we did, and then he executed exactly what we practiced well. Knees, front kicks, roundhouse to the body.
It was a great fight against an experienced competitor and Bryson Bulahau. Do you have anyone you'd like to thank? Any shout-outs you'd like to give? Do you have anyone you'd like to thank?
なんか対戦相手に言うことない？対戦相手が日本でもアメリカでもずっと決まらない中で名乗りを上げてくれることに感謝しています。Yeah, he didn't have any opponents in Japan he was looking for, and here too, and then he's the one came up against him. And he said, thank you so much for came up this fight.
Koki Shimokawa, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, your new 170-pound X1 Pro Kickboxing World Champion, Koki Shimokawa.
Taking home
the X1
World Events Professional Kickboxing World
Once again, X1 World Events, Steezy here, a.k.a. Chris Dow's. Along with Martin the Spartan Day, we have a word from Scott Jung happening right now. Maybe he'll be interviewing Tyson Nam.
Can we have Tyson Nam
yes.
to the ring?
Up next, Tyson Nam
to ringside.
For those of you who don't know, Tyson Nam was originally booked as our main event this evening versus Federico Vento. However, they had canceled this fight and canceled his contract.
Yeah, X1 always looking out for the fighters.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the original main event of tonight was Tyson Nam versus Vento. Right? That fight was canceled due to the fact that UFC reached out and offered Tyson Nam a shot at one of their shows.
Let's go.
Immediately hearing the news, we released some of his contract with us and set him up to where you can do whatever you want to do, go to the UFC, make Hawaii proud. How are you feeling about this right now?
I'm feeling awesome. X1 really helped me out to get to this point up in my career to where I'll be fighting the number 5 guy, Sergio Pettis, in the world. So I'm looking for a knockout of the night. I'm looking to, you know, what I kill, I keep. So if I knock him out, they ain't got no other words to say but put me as number 5 in the world.
Yes.
You heard it. You heard it right here. So after he knocks him out, and by the way, if not, a lot of you guys don't follow, Tyson is known as the Russian killer. Because Tyson went to Russia and took out 3 of their top guys, one after one after one, knocking out 2 of them in a row. So it's one of those things where we've known who Tyson Nam has been for a long time. Now the world gets to know who you are, bro. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Tyson Nam.
Congratulations once again to Tyson Nam, transitioning from the X1 World Events to the UFC. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here once again here at the FILCOM Center, where the X1 World Events presents X156. We'd like to say thank you all so much for coming out to support your local fighters, and thank you all so much for all of our sponsors coming out here tonight. Thank you so much to the Hawaii Army National Guard. Thank you so much to the Linneman Brothers Incorporated. Thank you to the JNC, and thank you to the Oahu Party Bus. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the main event of the evening!
That is crazy. Was that your first translation experience?
Our final bout.
There's a lot of firsts for me tonight.
Is a professional 125-pound MMA bout that will consist of 3 5-minute rounds. Our first fighter has a professional MMA record of 3 wins and 2 losses, fighting for the United MMA. Ladies and gentlemen, fighting out of the blue corner, Ricky Inge!
All right, Ricky Inge fighting out of United MMA, 3-2. Fighting in our main event this evening at 125 pounds. This will be 3 5-minute rounds versus Rodney Mandala. Ricky Inge on his way into the ring right now.
Yeah, Ricky Inge has just been on a tear his last couple fights. He's on a 2-fight winning streak, looking excellent here in his last couple fights. Over here, you got some great guys in his corner coming out of United MMA. Of course, you got the Lee family, you got Christian Lee over there. And again, great guys to have in your training camp and of course in your corner on fight night. It's got to put a lot of confidence in Ricky when he comes in here and fights with these guys in his corner.
Christian Lee fights in VFC or 1FC?
1FC, yes. Of course, Christian and his sister Angela Lee, both 1FC fighters, huge superstars over there too.
All right, they're in the corner of Ricky Inge here tonight. Most fighters are known for like one thing, like their base or their go-to. What is Ricky Inge's go-to this evening?
You know, Ricky Inge, he has a background in wrestling, but when he comes in here, he's looking to throw down. He's looking to mix it up with his punching and his boxing. He mixes it up with his takedowns really well. Very explosive on the feet. When he gets on top of you, when he smells blood, he's looking for the finish. This kid is definitely explosive, and he's got that killer instinct in him. So we can look forward to seeing him with a really fast startup. He likes to start really quick in his fights, and he looks to get those guys, his opponent, out of there quick.
All right, Ricky Inge entering the ring here in our main event, X156.
And his opponent, our next fighter, fighting in this main event in 125-pound professional MMA bout. Our next fighter has a professional MMA record of 5 wins and 3 losses, fighting for the UFC gym. Ladies and gentlemen, fighting out of the red corner, Rodney Mandala!
All right, fighting out of UFC Gym with the pro mixed martial arts record of 5-3, Rodney Mandala.
And the crowd over here is going crazy for Rodney Mandala.
Yes, I had the privilege of helping Mandala with his career for a little bit as regards to promotion. I made a couple of his promo videos before and watched a few of his fights live. He is a scrapper. My man has cardio for years.
Always comes, always brings it, always in great shape, and such a nice guy too outside of the cage.
Yeah.
This guy is a real martial artist. Always very respectful, always very humble. But when he steps in this cage, he brings it every time.
It is going to be a good fight tonight as our main event, Rodney Mandala versus Ricky Inge here at X156. I have a quick question for you, Martin.
Yes, sir.
Are there any restrictions in regards to what you wear to the ring to fight?
For me, I usually wear tights. I never did fight in shorts before an MMA fight, but I just try to keep it sleek, more aerodynamic.
There we go. I was always interested because I see some fighters rocking some things and I'm like, I don't know how you get away with this.
Yeah, I like to basically wear as little as possible.
Less issues, yeah?
It will consist of 3 5-minute rounds.
So nobody can wear the grass skirt into the ring anymore.
I mean,
no Dennis Alexio.
I wouldn't recommend it in an MMA fight, but you do you. Whatever makes you feel good.
Yes. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Round 1, the lights are out. Our main event.
Looks like we got some ice here on the corner on the ground. They're going to need to get that cleaned up and wiped up before this fight starts.
Our first round, ladies and gentlemen, brought to you by 808 Automotive, Inc., right here at X156.
Both guys over here looking fit.
All right, guys, spill the ice. You're supposed to spill the ice third round when you got tired.
That's the trick. That is the trick. Oldest trick in the book.
There we go.
Round 1.
All right, here we go. Round 1. Both guys in a southpaw stance. Nice inside leg kicks there by Rodney Mandala.
Oh, Okola kick.
Yeah, beautiful outside kick there by Ricky Inge. Mandala looking like the stockier fighter in here. Looks like he carries around a lot of muscle for 125. Ooh, beautiful shots there landed by Rodney Mandala early.
Trading blows.
And this is exactly what I was talking about. Ricky Inge, he comes in here to scrap. This guy brings it. Some clinch work here by Mandala.
Ooh.
Caught him there with the right hook.
He got him shook.
Ricky Inge swarming him here. Swarming. Front headlock position.
Mandala is out of it a little.
Mandala looking hurt here in this position. Ricky Inge is all over him. This one is dangerously close to getting stopped. Kevin Yoshida taking a close look here, but Mandala is back on his feet. Beautiful takedown by Ricky Inge. Landing more ground and pound.
Trying to get his bearings together. Will he get them together in time, Rodney Mandala?
Mandala here just surviving. Coach Kevin Yoshida really taking a close look here.
He is tied up and catching cracks.
Mandala rolling here, hoping to put him in his guard. But Ricky Inge staying at a good position here on top. Good positioning here by Ricky Inge, looking to tie him up, keep him down, and land some ground and pound here on Mandala. Looking for the head and arm choke here is Ricky Inge. Right now, what he's going to want to do is clear that right leg. Ricky Inge wants to clear his right leg and pass over to the right side of Mandala. Basically, on this choke, Mandala will be choking himself with his own arm and shoulder. Ricky Inge squeezing here for the head and arm choke. Mandala grimacing here. Looks like it's tight. Oh, and Ricky Inge with a beautiful transition to the back.
Wow.
Excellent transition there by Ricky Inge. Looking for the rear naked. He's got one arm under the chin. And he's
he's
locked
locked
up.
it. He has locked it in.
Inge squeezing that neck. Mandala showing a ton of
Wow.
heart getting out of that one. Beautiful work by Mandala.
Wow, he put his hand down from the rear naked and freed himself.
Mandala showing his heart and showing his strength coming out of that rear naked. Ricky Inge here pressing Mandala up on the fence with a body lock. Mandala with good head position here against the fence. And with a knee right up the middle.
Locked his hands for a double leg. Brought his hands above the butt.
Mandala doing a good job here of defending the takedown against Ricky Inge. Landing some good knees to the body. Looks like, one of those knees found a home. And push kick.
This
crowd is going nuts.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, beautiful combination by both men. Mandala landing to the body.
We've got a slobber knocker tonight.
Clinch and knees by Rodney Mandala right up the middle. Ricky Inge diving for a double leg.
He's got his hands clasped.
He's going to look to suck off Mandala from the fence here. Mandala doing a good job of defending the takedown. Mandala looks so strong here at this weight class. Oh, Mandala here looking for a front choke. Mandala's gonna put his hips in and look to choke Ricky out from a standing position while Ricky is still sitting. And he lets go of the choke, does Mandala. Oh, and he's under the neck here momentarily of Ricky Inge. Ricky Inge looking for any opportunity he can to stand up.
Oh, he's got him tied up on the right side.
Landing some good shots here is Mandala. This fight is back and forth action today. Ricky Inge looking for the switch, but he's got to watch out for his neck. He's got to watch that neck while looking for that switch there. His left arm is occupied when he does that. Ricky Inge looking to come up on a single, but eating elbows to the side.
Mandala all over him.
Mandala is putting in some work and finishes the round in a dominant position.
My goodness. What? That is a crazy first round here. Rodney Mandala versus Ricky Inge, our main event of the evening.
Both guys with great moments, but Rodney Mandala just finishing the round so strong there at the end. Both guys had each other hurt. Both guys had each other in trouble. You know, Chris, a lot of times the judges, they're looking for whoever's doing better at the end of the round. A lot of times it's better to end the round dominantly than it is to start it. But again, you never know what these judges are looking at.
Man, I would not want to be the judge for that first round. That was insane.
Definitely a tough one to call.
The X1 World Events is sponsored by the Hawaii Army National Guard.
Judges are judges not allowed to tie around like 9-9?
There can only be a tie of a round like a 9-9 if someone gets a point taken away. So if you're winning the round 10-9, you do it as something illegal, you get a point taken away by the ref, that's when it becomes a 9-9.
Oh, geez, what a tough job these judges have tonight.
Most definitely.
All right, round two, brought to you by Aloha Signs and Graphics, X1 56 main event, Rodney Mandala versus Ricky Inge.
Here we go, round two.
Woo.
Oh, beautiful outside leg kick there by Rodney Mandala, followed by some good boxing there in the middle. Mandala, good composure here. Looks to be calm and composed and relaxed, but Ricky Inge getting a takedown against the fence.
Nice.
All right, let's see what Ricky can do here with this takedown. Inge will look to suck him off the fence, and Mandala will look to use that cage to start to stand. You see how he scoots his hips towards the fence there, Chris? Mandala will look to use that fence to start to stand. He's got that underhook, and he'll look to post with his right hand and stand up. Ricky Inge's got to stay real heavy here. He's looking for the choke. Looks like he's got one hand underneath the chin, but it's tough to finish this choke in this position here. Ricky Inge looking to keep that whizzer and throw possibly. And they're back up to the feet. Good knees from both fighters. Oh, beautiful boxing there on the break by Rodney Mandala. Ricky Inge showing off that good chin that he's got. Big swing and a miss by Ricky Inge. Ooh, Mandala landing. Oh, knees to the head. Knees to the body. Mandala showing some excellent knees here in the clinch. Mandala now pressing Ricky Inge up against the fence, using good head position to keep him pinned. Transitioning to a double. And he's down. Ooh, steps over into almost a mounted position. He's got the legs of Ricky Inge here tied up. Ricky Inge will want to take those legs out of there, scoot towards the fence, and look to stand. Ricky Inge looking to grab that head and possibly stand up in a turtle position, and elbows to the thigh.
Ouch.
That one hurt me, Chris.
My goodness.
You don't see that a lot.
But very effective. If you've never been elbowed in a thigh before,
yeah, just imagine just getting that elbow digging into your thigh. That's gotta hurt.
it's like walking into a desk.
Ricky Inge looking to get back up to his feet, but Rodney Mandala so strong on top, controlling with his right hand, punching with his left. Oh, Ricky Inge looking for a switch here.
Nice.
And beautiful switch by Ricky Inge. Now coming up on a takedown of his own. But Mandala's so strong, digging those underhooks and bringing them back up to a clinch. Doing a great job of finishing with a knee and circling off the fence is Mandala. Oh, Ricky Inge, his mouth is open. He's looking tired.
Yep. He ate that last left.
He did, but showing his chin. Ricky Inge's got a chin on him.
Big time.
These are not soft shots.
All right.
Crowd is yelling for those knees. Ricky Inge is looking exhausted here on the fence. Looking for that switch here. Now, if Ricky Inge can get that right arm in the thigh of Rodney Mandala, he might be able to get a switch. Mandala here looking for a possible choke. Doesn't have his hooks in, though. Looking to get that right hook in. Ricky needs to step over one of his legs. Oh, but that right hook is now in. Now Ricky Inge will look to step over that left side before Mandala gets his hook. And Ricky Inge does a great job of turning into Mandala here, ending up on top.
This is an amazing chess match between these two fighters.
Beautiful back and forth work from both guys. This is a grueling match here. These are the kind of matches that just really tire you out. That's why these guys got to come in such good shape. Ooh. Back elbows by Mandala. A few of those found a home there, right on the chin of Ricky Inge. Ricky Inge on the back now of Mandala, looking to sink in another choke of his own. Both hooks are yes, both hooks are in. He's looking to get that right arm across, soften him up here with some punches.
The crowd is so loud here, we won't be able to hear the 10-second mark.
This crowd is going wild for this one, and they should. These guys are putting on the line here. This is a scrap.
There it is. And that's a wrap for round 2 of our main event.
There's the 10-second right there, and we are almost ready for the third round coming up.
Fantastic. Rodney Mandala versus Ricky Inge here, our main event, X156.
Ricky Inge is looking tired there, Chris, in the corner.
We would like to say thank you all so much for coming out to support your local fighters. And thank you all so much for
like we said earlier, Mandala is known for always coming in phenomenal shape.
Yes, like a machine.
And you can just tell, too, by looking at Mandala's physique. He is shredded, barely breathing hard.
We'd like to say thank you so much and a big shout out mahalo to the David Busters, the Cam Security, the Capone's Production, the UFC Trip, and the Ram Hawaii.
I'd love to know what the corners are telling him. You know, this fight is so close, so many exchanges.
Corners out! Corners out!
All right, our third and final round brought to you by UFC Gym. Rodney Mandala versus Ricky Inge, X156.
And right here, you know, as a fighter, this is a lot of time. This is where it comes down to who wants it more, Chris.
Yes.
Ricky Inge does looking pretty exhausted, though. Let's see if he can pull out some energy for this third and final round.
Let's go, Ricky!
Oh,
what about the ice?
Slips here.
Just kidding.
Mandala says, no way. Not letting some ice let me win this one. Lets him right back up.
Good man.
So explosive. That is Mandala. Good inside leg kick there by Ricky Inge. And another one there by Mandala. Mandala slipping the head kick. Beautiful counter right hook there that Mandala uses when Ricky Inge blitzes in. There it is again with that right hook.
Oh,
good boxing by Mandala and a knee right up the middle. That knee's been finding a home all night. Ricky Inge looking for the shot, stuffed here by Mandala.
Slid in
and
right there.
And he sits there, yes, he sits into the half guard momentarily. Looking to come back up on the single though is Ricky Inge. Eating some shots to the body. You know, you gotta wonder if Ricky Inge has enough gas to pull these takedowns off. And look, he looks very tired.
Mandala controlling the wrist of Inge.
And Mandala with that good head position here on the fence, making it tough for Ricky Inge to get off the fence and to get back into space. Mandala showing off that strength that he has too here against the fence. Good elbow there. And another elbow to the thigh. That's Mandala's move, it seems like. To sneak that elbow right down there.
Mandala powered by Balut, bruh.
Probably. All right, here we go. We got a front headlock position here, and let's go with the neck. Ricky Inge here is looking for a single, but he's in a seated position. It's really tough to get anything off there like that. You know, you got to get up on your feet and drive.
Both fighters are up.
Good punches here in the clinch from Mandala. Good dirty boxing. And Mandala here has Ricky's left arm kind of pinned against his body, making it tough for Ricky to use that left arm. And he frees it up. Mandala is just making this one a grueling match here for Ricky Inge. Body shots here in the pocket. Ricky Inge looking to get that tie clinch going, but Mandala just giving him no space to be able to get anything off here.
He is in there.
Mandala doing a great job here holding Ricky Inge up against the fence. Ooh, dirty boxing, uppercuts up the middle. Oh, and he ducks under the hook, gives it a punch in his elbow. Ricky Inge coming forward now. Ricky Inge coming forward with some good punches. Looks like he got some renewed energy. He's back. And back to the clinch they go against the fence.
Woo, these guys will want it all tonight.
Both of these guys got so much heart. So tough. Knees to the leg there by Rodney Mandala. Inge once again looking for that tie clinch momentarily, but again, Mandala just giving him no space to work, smothering his every attempt. Ooh, and Mandala here is in a seated position now.
Not sure if the punch did that or he did that for...
I'm sorry, Ricky in the seated, Ricky Inge now in the seated position.
That was strategic.
I'm not sure, Chris, but now Mandala's landing some good punches and might be looking for the neck here. Let's go with the neck there.
Reaching for the ankle.
And Ricky Inge trying to come with another switch, but he's got to watch out. As he comes for this switch, he's leaving that neck exposed. And Mandala is just all over him again, giving him no space, making him pay on every mistake here. Mandala sneaking in some punches down the middle, on the bottom here.
My goodness.
Hammer fist by Mandala to the ear of Ricky Inge. Ricky Inge trying to stand up, but Mandala is just so strong here in this position. with his short elbows down the middle here by Mandala, working from his knees.
10 seconds left.
10 seconds. Looks like this one will be going to the judges. Switch here by Ricky Inge, but just not enough.
What a fight, ladies and gentlemen.
The crowd is going wild here for these two warriors.
Ricky Inge versus Rodney Mandala as we go to the judges.
Great job by both men here tonight.
We'd like to say thank you so much for all of you going out to support your local fighters.
All right.
Together and make some noise for your fighters once again.
As we go to the judges right now, our main event, Rodney Mandala versus Ricky Inge. For those of you guys streaming on Facebook, be sure to give us a like at X1 World Events. Check us out on Instagram. And be sure to follow me and Marty too, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, and your winner of this 125-pound professional MMA bout, due to a unanimous decision, fighting out of the red corner, Rodney Mandala.
Fantastic fight between both fighters. Rodney Mandala pulling out the dub this evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, please don't forget to check us out November 10th in Kauai.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with Rodney Mandala. That was a war. What a war that was. Tell me, what was your game plan coming into this fight against Ricky Inge?
Well, I knew he loved his left overhand, his left straight, so I wanted to kill his front leg so he can't really put too much power behind it and control the ground game whenever it got to the ground.
Yeah, a lot of scrambles in that fight, a lot of positional changes. Both of you guys showed a lot of heart. Is there anyone that you'd like to thank for this one? Any coaches, teammates?
First of all, I'd like to thank my wrestling coach, Coach Oz. He's kind of my main training partner for this whole camp. He's like 54 years old. He's up in Japan right now at the Asia Open. So I want to give him a big shout out. Also want to shout out all my coaches. You guys know who you are. Coach Arthur, my brother, Coach Scott.
All right, let's hear it again, ladies and gentlemen. Rodney Mandala.
Rodney Mandala overcoming.
Thank you, everybody, for coming to X1. Have a great night. Get home safe.
That was amazing.
Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations once again
in the beginning
to
of the fight.
winner of tonight's main event.
And took over, therefore winning our fight tonight, Rodney Mandala, our main event winner this evening. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you streaming on Facebook and all of our streaming services, mahalo, mahalo, mahalo for tuning in. Be sure to like our page, share our page, let everybody know this is the spot to catch all your local MMA fights. Once again, X156. Martin Day, ladies and gentlemen. Be sure to go check him out too. Instagram, Facebook.
Yeah, guys, give me a follow at 34 Spartan. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
The Spartan.
First time commentating. Had fun.
You did a fantastic job, man.
Right on. I appreciate that.
I hope you know you carried this whole thing. I'm just over here blurting out stuff, reading my script. You did a fantastic job. I hope to work with you again, man.
Right on. Yeah, we had fun.
Once again, be sure to check out Martin Day on Instagram. You guys don't need to follow me nowhere. And be sure to follow X1 World Events MMA. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We got more upcoming events coming up. Just stay tuned on our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter pages at X1 World Events. Anything else you want to say, bro?
Thank you guys so much for tuning in, guys. Have a good night. Aloha.
Aloha. That was awesome, man.
tall, never fall. Stare into the eyes of danger. Lay to waste all the fears. Let the mirror say it louder. My blood, my sweat, your tears.